7 on your side tonight. You know, kitchen accidents are the leading cause of fires in our area.
That's right, and tonight we got a live demonstration for you showing just how dangerous kitchen fires can be. Ross McLaughlin's live in Southwest D.C. today with what you need to know to keep yourself and your family safe over the holidays. Ross?
Well, Leon, normally you wouldn't dress like this to make dinner. We got some frozen chicken here. We're going to throw it in some hot oil in a little bit. We got the D.C. Fire Department here, and we're dressed like this to prove a point, to show you just how dangerous cooking fires can be at this time of the year. Over the holidays, there are 3 times more cooking fires than you normally would have. The D.C. Fire Department helped us create a set here. We got curtains, we've got hot oil, and in a few minutes we're going to show you how this can be very dangerous because this oil gets bubbling, and usually cooking fires occur within the first 15 minutes of cooking.
A Virginia man has died after accidentally setting himself on fire in his kitchen.
County firefighters rushed to rescue a 5-month-old boy and his great-grandmother.
More than 60 firefighters worked to put out the flames near Annapolis overnight.
The cost is high. Kitchen fires, often caused by people doing the wrong thing.
People put grease on the stove and they don't think about it. They forget about it because they walk away from it. They're not actively cooking, so anything could happen.
And that's why we teamed up with the D.C. Fire Department to demonstrate what can go wrong. Like dropping frozen food into hot oil. It catches fire right away, and that's enough to make you panic. And that's when things really get out of control, like reaching for water.
You throw water on it, and then you see what happens.
Smokes.
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
I wasn't expecting that.
Never throw water on a grease fire because it makes it a whole lot worse. And another common reaction? To move the pan. As you can see, that creates an even bigger hazard. And that's why we're here, to demonstrate what you need to do.
Don't throw water over the fire. The effects can be devastating.
All right, this oil has been heating up for some time and it's getting real popping. You know, a lot of times what you might do is pick up the phone, walk away, do a load of laundry, forget about it, and this oil can actually heat up to an ignition point where it will catch fire on its own, and that's what we're going to show you tonight, how you can put these fires out. Billy Hayes here with the fire department for my protection because he might have to pull me back. Okay, never put frozen food into boiling, popping hot oil, and we're going to demonstrate why right now. And that will probably take, all right, I threw that in there, and you can see, watch. You move the pan around, you can see the oil, and a little bit of oil catches on that stove. You can see, look, and that's all it takes. When we come back, what do? How do you put this out? And how do you keep your family safe? Leon?
That's a good demonstration there because that's not a gas stove, folks. You can see the flames coming out of it from that steel eye.
Hi, I'm Ross McLaughlin live at the D.C. Fire Training Academy where we're getting ready to light it up again. We've already given you a dramatic demonstration of how quickly grease fires can spread. Now we're going to show you the most effective and safe way to put them out.
ABC. What not to do.
All right, now let's show you the best way to put out a grease fire if you have one in your home. 7 on your sides. Ross McLaughlin is live in Southwest Washington with a great demonstration for us. Well, Ross, it better be great. Let's see it.
Well, Leon, you know, it's a live event, so we can't control everything, but I can tell you a few things. Heating oil can cook up and ignite on its own, and this oil, if I take the lid off this pan in a moment, I'm going to show you how dramatic that can be. What we've got here is we've got cooking oil next to a heat source. Never keep your cooking oil next to the stove. Keep your fire extinguisher away from any possible flames. You want to have it away from where a fire might occur. Also, never wear loose clothing when you're cooking, and have baking soda and a wet blanket nearby just in case, because the best way to put out a fire, first of all, is to smother it. You're going to turn off the source of flame if it's a gas stove down here, but you don't want to reach across here if there's flame. Okay, enough said. Billy Hayes from the fire department is here from our protection from the D.C. Fire Department. I'm going to lift this lid off and it may ignite, okay, because the oil is super hot. And I'm going to, all right, it didn't ignite. Now, what I've got here is frozen chicken, okay? Never put frozen food into boiling hot, popping hot water. All right, nothing's happening there. if it's spilled over onto the burner, all right, you've got 2 pans of hot oil here. Like I say, this is a live demonstration, so we have no, there you go, you've got fire. If the fire were to spread out over the source, you've got 2 ways to put it out. You've got baking soda, we have a lid. We can that, and if that didn't work, this is a pan, you put that on top. You got the next choice is a wet blanket. You put Okay. And a wet blanket would put on. Obviously, we don't have flames here, but so we're giving you an idea exactly what you can do. Billy, any comments here?
Just always be careful. Always be with the cooking. Anytime, never leave it unattended, because that's when we receive a majority of our calls.
Okay. And of course, 911.
Absolutely. Don't waste time. If you have a fire and you think it's beyond you, call 911. Too often, people call us way too late.
Okay. When we come back, we're going to get this oil superheated, and it's going to be a dramatic demonstration. We think, obviously, it happened earlier. Back to you in the studio.
All right. We're not going to jinx you. All right. We'll see you in a few minutes, guys. Take care. All right.
All right, Ross.
Coming up on it.
You throw water on it, and then you see what happens.
Smokes.
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
I wasn't expecting that. No, we weren't. And when you walk away from a stove and the smoke gets going like this in hot oil, that can ignite on its own. Your best friend in the kitchen, a fire extinguisher. I'm Ross McLaughlin at the DC Training Center. Coming up, we'll show you why.
Heating up in Southwest Washington tonight.
Our Ross McLaughlin is live now with a look at the dangers of kitchen fires tonight, and he's telling us how to put them out. So, Ross, what's cooking this time?
All right, well, we've got a lot of cooked food. We got some chicken. We got some, I don't know what that is. It's pretty crispy. Best thing is baking soda if you have this in your home. Better yet, a fire extinguisher. We've got the firefighter standing by here with a fire extinguisher just in case this gets out of control. We've got oil heating up. When we were not on camera, this actually started flashing earlier today because the oil heated up to an ignition point and started fire in here. And if we were to pick this up and move this across here and put it in the sink, which is what most people do, they say don't do it. Frozen food. Let's put that in there and see what happens. It's bubbling. And there's flame. And you never throw water on a flame. And you can see what can happen. And the only way to put, and fortunately it went out here on its own, but we had a fire extinguisher standing by. So remember, folks, a fire extinguisher in your home, baking soda, cup.
Oh, sorry, Ross, if you can hear us, we just lost you for a second there. To see more of his investigations, go to 7OnYourSide, the section on our website there, wjla.com. And if you have a story that you want Ross to take a look at and check into, call him at 866-236-3401. I
think your first thought is always to put water on it.
Yeah,
and it's,
that's what you normally think. Fire, water?
Not to do that.
Not so.
All right.
Wait, how about a fire in the fireplace tonight, though? Huh? The weather might call for that tonight, Doug.
What do you think?